All right, we're live. Technical difficulties. We will let me share this again on Facebook so people can find me. I was trying to do something new and it didn't work. So let's edit this. Just give me 1 second here. I am, but can you share this new link?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to send you a link.
You want me to share it?
Yeah, go to my YouTube channel and share it if you could. There we go. They found me. Stephanie's here. Okay. Technical difficulties. What I tried to do is set it up as a live stream and schedule it and all that good stuff, but it didn't work. So we'll try something. We won't do this again. I'll figure it out. It just wasn't going with the camera. But Stephanie found me, so that's good. If you could, Stephanie, here, I'm going to share this link. If you could share that on Facebook, that would be great. And people can actually find me. And I'll edit my post quickly. If I can. There we go. So people should hopefully be able to find me. Yeah, total learning curve. I can cook, I just can't live stream apparently. So there's a few people watching though. So we'll do this. Let's get started. I shared the link, and hopefully they can find me. They'll pop in. I think if they go to my YouTube channel, hopefully, and check it, it'll show that I'm alive somehow. Another way. Stephanie, won't let you copy and paste. What you can do is if you're looking at on YouTube, you can do the share button. Click that, and then you can share it. Kind of does it that way. I'm just going to share this to some other people so they know that I have a new link. People are waiting. So I will edit this so people can find me. Stephanie was a smart one. There we go. Save that. And I'm just going to change my post on Facebook, and then people will be able to find me. And then we'll get started. Oh, Miranda's here. Yeah, I'm not cooking up a live stream very good, apparently. But we'll learning curve. I'm going to edit my post on Facebook, and then we'll be good. Something to do with my streaming software. I don't know. All right, we're good. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Nadia's here, Miranda's here, Stephanie's here. We've got 9 people watching, so that's good. Let's get cooking. So what I've started to do, we're gonna do easy, this is easy cooking, easy dinners. Obviously everybody's stressed, everybody's busy, kids at home. So I'm trying to keep the dinners for everybody to kind of make a couple of pots, so there's not a lot of mess to clean up, and pretty simple stuff that we can do at home. Kids could probably help, maybe Nadia, if you want, maybe. But we'll keep it simple, few ingredients, and then we'll go from there and we'll cook it up. So today, what I'm going to start doing is this is what I tried to do. I'm scheduling everything ahead of time, and then in the description of the video, what I'll do is I'll have a list of what we're going to be cooking for the night, and it'll be a few ingredients. Won't have everything in there, but it'll kind of give you a basic kind of thing. So if you wanted to follow along, you could maybe kind of follow along at the same time. I'm going to try and go on at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So it might be not your dinner time, but if you want to follow along, that's great. Follow along. Stella's here too. Great. So let's get going. Before we start, if everybody could, this would be really appreciated if you could share this to maybe some of your friends on Facebook that we're live. They could join in. And if you have any questions, as we go here, just let me know, and let's get cooking. So we're gonna do today is lemon chicken with roast potatoes and some roasted carrots. So we've got some fresh vegetables today, so we're gonna use some of those up. Yesterday I talked about is the chicken, because I was talking about I had chicken not leftover, pulled out of the freezer, so I marinated it. What I marinated it is, this is still raw, we're gonna cook this obviously, marinated in lemon. So all I did is in a blender is just take a whole lemon, seeds, peel, everything all together, chop it into like 4, put it in a blender, put a little bit of water and a little bit of oil. Olive oil is fine, or vegetable oil if you have that. Blend it all up so it's like a puree, and then put it over the chicken and let it just marinate in the fridge overnight. If the chicken's frozen still, don't worry about it. Just throw it in there, put it in the fridge, cover it up, and then by the next day it'll be defrosted, and we will it'll be good. So cook that up. So we've got that marinated. That was overnight. We're gonna do roast potatoes. I got my potatoes, roasted carrots. So really, we're only gonna have 2 pots for tonight's dinner. So I'll wash my hands. We'll get going. Maybe let me know in the comments what everybody else is maybe planning for dinner tonight. If you have anything planned, maybe not. Maybe takeout. I had people sending me pictures yesterday of what they cooked, and that's pretty awesome. They sent me on Facebook Messenger. So if you have any pictures, send me that, because it's kind of neat to see after this was posted what people were cooking. It's kind of neat to see. So keep sending them. Potatoes, we'll do these first. These are going to take the longest. So I've already washed these all, and then we'll cut them up. So in pan. These are just white potatoes, pretty basic. I'm gonna lower the screen. Stella had pasta with sauce. That sounds good. What kind of sauce, Stella? And what kind of pasta? I like penne pasta. I like pasta that I can eat easily with a fork. Spaghetti's too messy. Homemade pizza sounds really good. I have a really good recipe for pizza dough that I found online. I have to track it down again because I can't remember how much of everything goes in there. But it's really good. It's good because it makes like a perfect amount for like three pizzas, Miranda. I should dig it up. Maybe we'll do pizza one day. And you can make it, and then you can like make one fresh and then freeze it. So we're just gonna cut these in wedges, potatoes. And there's just 2 of us eating, but I do extra because we're gonna have this for lunch. Heat it up in the morning or something. So use half. We're gonna do potatoes, right? Then we're gonna do veggies on the other half. So we want to do half right now. Don't fill the whole tray unless you have to fill the whole tray. Then you can fill the whole tray. But. So we'll do that. Olive oil, my favorite. And we've got some cracked pepper. Which is good on there. These are some herb mixes we got from the store. These are just like mixtures, like dried vegetables and stuff, dried herbs and everything else. Black pepper, sesame seeds. It's like a no salt seasoning, which is good. It's good on chicken. It's good on kind of everything. So we'll put some of that on there too. What I find when you're not cooking with like not adding any extra salt to stuff, you have to use extra spices and extra like pepper and extra seasoning because the salt brings the flavor out, right? So you want to put extra on everything. So it may look like I'm putting a lot, but it's really not. And then also on potatoes, I like is smoked paprika. So a little bit of that as well. And then if you can see it, we'll just mix it up. So they're covered. And then we'll get them in the oven. So those will take a while. Got the oven at like 385. So it's pretty hot. And then while we're waiting for that, we will cut up the carrots and just like have the carrots kind of sitting there ready to go because they won't take as long to roast in the oven, but I will get the chicken ready too at the same time. Okay, sounds good so far. Yeah, I forgot to put I was going to put garlic in the potatoes. So hold on, I can put a couple of cloves in. I forgot. So one good thing about cooking, if you forget something, you can doesn't really matter too much, but you can always throw it in later. So we'll put a couple of cloves of garlic. I'm just going to crush them again. Maybe you can put that down there. So just shit. Don't have to go crazy with chopping. And I'll just throw that on top of the potatoes. We're going to mix them around again, so it'll be fine. Yeah, can't forget the garlic. All right, Miranda. So who else is here? We got Miranda. Oh, Karen's here. Hi, Karen. What are you making for dinner tonight, Karen? That pizza actually sounds really good. We've been making pizzas at home, Miranda, with like we buy at the store. We bought this bread. It's kind of like a pita, but it's thinner. Baladi bread. It's like I guess it's like a Middle Eastern bread. But we'll make that. We'll make pizzas out of this with tomatoes and roasted garlic. Bake it super easy. Then you don't have to, if you're lazy and don't want to make dough. So we'll do the carrots. And then we'll just do the carrots like kind of big stick wedges, I guess would be the best way we call it. So just cut the ends off. I don't bother peeling them. Just wash them good. Put these in the compost. So I just kind of cut them in half at first, in bits. And then we'll kind of just cut them in, like, I guess the best way would be like veggie sticks, right? Same as you'd have for like if you're eating them raw. Oh, Jamie's gonna make potatoes tonight. So Jamie, let me know how they turn out. Send me a picture. I'm gonna put it on my Facebook or send me on Instagram when you're cooking them. Karen's eating lasagna. That sounds pretty good. Karen, are you making the lasagna from scratch, or did you buy it in a box? No judgment. So there we go. That's going to be a lot of... Oh, she made it. Oh, that sounds good then. Homemade lasagna is good. So carrots there. Again, pepper. Some oil. You don't need very much. Really just enough so it doesn't stick to the pan. The olive oil gives it a bit of flavor. So there's that there. We'll put those in a minute when the potatoes are maybe halfway done. What else we got for spices? We've also got some like dried. We bought lots of dried stuff at the store. So we got some dried, like these are like dried chives. They look pretty good. They're like freeze dried. They just last a little bit longer than having fresh chives that sit in the fridge if you're not going to eat them all at the same time. So there's the carrots ready to go in, and we'll just wait for a bit. Then we'll do the chicken, okay? So 2 pots, right? This is the best part, and a cutting board. So what we're gonna do, we'll sear off the chicken in the frying pan, and then we'll just put it right into the oven, right in the pan. Okay. So when you're buying a pan, here's a tip: make sure it has a metal handle, no plastic anywhere, because when you sear something off and want to cook something, you can do it right on the stove, and then you can just put the whole thing right in the oven, and it's one less thing to clean. So you want to get that nice and hot because we're gonna sear the chicken on there. Oh yeah, Stephanie bought my knife. I need to get one of those new ones, Stephanie. I have to get a new one. So this knife that I'm talking about, let me get the chicken on and I'll tell you about this, the best knife ever. I'll get a link. I'll send everybody that watches this, I'll leave a link because it's awesome. But let me do the chicken first. Oh, there's Jason. Cameo. I'm trying to convince him to come in a video one time and cook something. He's got a really good pasta salad, vegan pasta, like this pasta salad he makes. It's good. It's good for lunch. Maybe we'll do a lunch one. That's the lace.
Dory's digging the higher waisted pants.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So I'm gonna do three chicken breasts, because what we do is we'll cook 3. We'll have 1 each for dinner, and then we'll have the leftovers for tomorrow. And this is where kind of like, if you're making pasta, if you're making pasta or something for the morning, cook the extra chicken the night before, and then just put it in the fridge. We have to make sure we cover it up so the cat doesn't get into it. And you can chop it up and put it in the salad for the morning. Have it cold. So pretty easy. Let's just get this going. So we're going to sear it off both sides, nice and brown. So that's going. I hopefully won't burn it. So Stephanie ordered this knife. She sent me a Facebook message today. She's like, she loves kitchen cabinets. So I was talking yesterday about, she's like, what knife do I like to use? And I usually use like a serrated knife, like for mostly everything. And I said, when I used to work at a hotel, everybody had the same, like this one knife that is like the best knife that you can buy for at home or anywhere. You can use it for anything. It's weird. It's a serrated knife. It's a bread knife. So it's this one. It's this one is by Victorinox, actually. Sorry, Stephanie, but it's the same, similar. And it's like a bread knife, but it's got a bit of a, I don't know if you can see, it's got a bit of a curve. I've used this one so much. There's like, it's like flat. The serrations are gone. I've used it. I've had this for probably, when I was in the hotel, like 10 years it lasted. It's not that expensive, like $50. It's not super cheap, but for the price, it's a great knife. And because it's curved, you can use it like a chef's knife for really chopping. And it stays sharp because it's serrated, so you can use it all the time. The handle's really good, doesn't slip. I need to get a new one because this one that here is like, you can't even sharpen. I've used it so much, all the serrations have worn off. I just have it, so I don't even know why I keep it, but memento, I guess, from the hotel days. Oh yeah, it is kind of a cake knife, actually, Debbie. Yeah, same. I think it actually is called a cake knife, if I remember correctly, but it's serrated. It's amazing. It's good for squash. It's good for anything. Stephanie got me the big screen. That's awesome. And then Karen saying, yeah, I can't wait for an actual dinner party. Yeah, so we'll do an actual dinner party when everybody can get outside. I mean, obviously it's not the greatest situation right now, but we'll keep cooking here for everybody, and then let's have people over to the patio once everything's better, right? So once the chicken's kind of brown there a little bit, we'll finish it in the oven. Just needs a bit more second. I just flipped it over. More pepper. And then I like the smoked paprika, so we're starting to put that kind of on everything. It gives a good taste. But at the same time the chicken goes in, I'm going to put the carrots onto the potatoes. It's going to be a while, but then we can sit and we'll chat because everything's going to have to cook. So potatoes there, and then just the carrots on the other side, right? All together into the oven. So that's the chicken. So far, looks pretty good so far, actually. This just goes right in the oven, right in the pan. You don't have to change it or anything. So two pan cooking. I don't know if Freddie's watching tonight, but we're having protein tonight, Freddie. We just had vegetarian last night, but we'll have everything, every 3 protein, vegetable, and starch all tonight. And as you can see, like super simple. So like there's no mess, right? Nothing else to clean up. Everything's in the oven. All we have to do now is like put it onto, shouldn't say throw it onto a plate, but put it onto a plate and then we can enjoy it. So we really have like no real cleanup, which is kind of nice after everything's done. I'll save this knife. We'll cut up the chicken maybe after and put it on the plate. And now we just kind of wait. So everything will probably take 20 more minutes. I'm still getting used to this oven. I haven't used it very much, obviously. Just with these, dude, this is my second time using it. So we'll figure out what works best for temperatures. It's at, I got it up 385 right now. I don't know. Ovens at home are never, unless it's a convection oven, it's never as hot as what it says it is. So you got to kind of just play around. In the oven, the thing is, if you turn it up higher, everything's just going to cook faster for the most part. So you can eat faster. We've got Susan here too. So too much food for 2. She better come. Yeah, there's enough here for more than 2 people. We always make a little bit extra, Susan. So we have it in the morning. Usually just have not for breakfast, but for like a snack after breakfast. Breakfast is pretty simple too. I have toast, peanut butter, banana, some coffee. Gotta have coffee, and then we'll go from there. Susan, what are you making tonight? Susan, you messaged me today. You were one of the people that sent me a picture, which is great because you roasted vegetables last night. You said you've never roasted them before, so that's pretty awesome. That you tried something different and they're pretty good. Hopefully it turned out pretty good. So let me know. But no, thanks for everybody for coming. It's kind of fun to do this. We're obviously stuck inside, and the cat is over here trying to get into the counter. We have 2 cats, and only one can jump on the counter because the other one's too fat. So the one jumps on the counter, but she has this thing where she will only drink water. Nadia knows this. She will only drink water when the tap is running out of a tap. So There you go. So she drinks her water out of the tap and then gets on the counter, which is not the greatest, but that's it. See? So she does that till she has her water. And then she just jumps down. So I'll wipe. So we can just watch that. Keep her on one side and I'll wipe everything up. The other one, yeah, black cat can't. He can't. He's too fat. He can't jump up. He needs to. We've started rationing him actually to try and not He's getting overweight. So, but that stunk. Yeah. So just let her eat. Starting to smell good in here. Let's see, what else can I talk about? We got veggies today, which is good, which is nice. Went out early to get some more fresh vegetables. So we got lots of veggies, so we'll start to cook. And yeah, Nadia, yeah, it's like a live stream of her drinking. Seriously. Okay, let's see. So Susan, she's like, new YouTube channel with cats. Yeah, if we had more like cats, it'd probably get 1 million views. Actually, these videos have been pretty good. Obviously, this channel before was with travel stuff, but with the situation right now, nobody's going really anywhere. So I thought, why not have some dinner? It's been pretty popular. It's actually kind of nice. Everybody kind of joining in, seeing what's happening. We got like regulars now, which is kind of cool. So I do look forward to doing more of these for sure. In this video, yeah. So she's still drinking. I don't know. It's crazy. She drinks water like I drink wine, Jamie. Yeah, it's who else is? What else is everybody drinking? Probably I've got water here. We always drink out of jars. Oh, there we go. She's done. So Miranda's got rosé on the go. We'll turn off the tap. Everything's cooking. This is like easy cooking, right? You can now. So if this was an actual dinner party, this is an actual dinner party. It's just no one's over. But this would be the time when we'd all be socializing. Stuff's in the oven, and the host doesn't have to like pull all their hair out, stressing over a stove with a whole bunch of stuff. It's super simple, right? So when we are having another like in-person dinner party, this is what it is. Then you can entertain, right? You don't have to worry about being stressed in the kitchen. Oh, thanks, Melody. That's super sweet. Thanks for watching. And then, yeah, I think everybody's had a stressful. I'm gonna try and keep these happy, but I think everybody's had a stressful, everything kind of. Everybody's stuck at home. Hopefully everybody's healthy, but I mean, we're fortunate enough here, at least, that we have food to cook. So, we don't really, we just have to be careful, stay home, and make sure you call everybody. That's kind of it. I talked to my mom today. So she's good. She's in BC. And so she's all good. She's got lots of food. So she said she's been stuck at home too, but she's just kind of hanging out. And I talked to my dad. He's at a nursing home back home as well. So my mom hasn't been able to go visit him, and they don't have any visitors allowed there. So he says he's bored, but they've got good food there. So I think he's just kind of hanging out. He does his crosswords, and that's all we can do. So hopefully everything kind of clears up and he can get out and start doing some more activities and stuff like that, because they're on lockdown there. So no auto tap. I don't. She doesn't drink, Stephanie. Like, we tried to get one of those fountain things for the cat, and she doesn't drink out of anything. Not even it just doesn't work. She just goes to the tap. Usually it's like she'll go to the tap in the bathroom, or she'll jump on the counter. It's just a bad habit. And then that's how she has her water. And then she just sits here and waits as we see, and just waits. So she's waiting for chicken is basically what she's probably waiting for to get into chicken. And so Stephanie's having Pellegrino. I gotta get more sparkling water. I like sparkling water. I usually buy it and then I drink it all. I drink it like I chug it. I chug it like I don't ever buy pop or anything like that. But I like Pellegrino and sparkling water. So I'll have to get some more delivered. So get them. Or Soda Stream. Yeah, Soda Stream would be good too. Cheaper. Then you can just have it all the time. I would have to buy keep refilling those things, the chargers, because I would drink it. I would drink probably more. Sorry. As we go. So it's smelling good. I'm just going to check everything. All right, coming. Looks good. Nothing's burned. Nothing's burned yet. What's Stella? Put a video of drinking from the sink. I could do that actually. I should edit that out.
She's right there.
I know she was drinking out of the tap, so I'll edit it out and put it on the channel. Start her own channel maybe. Jamie, so what is? I've never heard of that. Kangen water system. Is it like a filter, Jamie, or something like that? Oh, veggie. Yeah. So whatever that. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. The water in Calgary is different than Vancouver had really good water, but the water in Calgary is, I guess, I don't know, it's harder or something. I guess it tastes more minerally, and like sandy rock. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. More like more like minerals than back in Vancouver, but it's okay. We have a Brita thing that we filtered out. It's okay. Susan, veggie cleaner. I don't know. I don't see the point in spending $5 on veggie cleaner. I'd buy more vegetables and just wash them under the tap. Because really, I mean, you're washing everything off when you wash it off the tap. And if you're cooking stuff, I mean, you're cooking in the heat, right? So I don't think you really need to worry about that. I think it's just kind of maybe it's good for apples. You know, sometimes when you get apples, they have that wax over top. So maybe it takes that stuff off more. But I've never bought it. I always see the $5 and I'm like, forget it. Can't be bothered. Travel go to. So, Dory, yeah, own flavor. Yeah, you could do flavors, I guess. A tequila, lime, yeah, Soda Stream, yeah. Back in the day, we could have had that. Yeah, haven't had tequila for a long time. I forget what it tastes like, but that sounds good. Actually, you could do with lime and do a virgin one too. That'd be good. In the Soda Stream. Jamie, Kangen water. I'm gonna have to Google that water thing. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Oh, and Stephanie's cat, Chica, drinks from the tap. That's good. Yeah, I'm with you, Miranda. So for the water, yeah, it just doesn't seem. I don't know. Just one more thing to buy that you just don't need. So, hot water is best for apples for the wax. Yeah, you could do that. Water. Tequila flavored gum. It could be a good product to sell. Could sell that in liquor stores. Yeah, that's a good idea. Although, like, a lot of people don't necessarily like tequila all the time. But anyways, so let's check the chicken because it's smelling good. You can always tell when it's like kind of almost done because the oven starts steaming and my glasses fog up. So I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. The chicken's almost finished. Potatoes, not quite. So hopefully everybody's still patient and waiting for what's for dinner. I don't think. Yeah, sorry, Stella, you can't smell the food. It smells good though. Does it smell good? I just can't hear me. I think it smells good because there's this sitting here staring, just waiting. Yeah. Do I always cook? So good question. Cast iron would be good too, Dora. If you have a cast iron skillet, because I don't know if you saw it earlier, but when I was talking about the frying pan, is to get a frying pan that it's all metal and the handle's metal, so you don't have to transfer it into another dish. You can just put it right in the oven. So you could do the same thing with cast iron. Yeah, definitely, because cast iron is good for sure. They have the cast iron ones. What's good for chicken is you can get the cast iron frying pans that have like a little like grills kind of on it, heat it up nice and good. Although cast iron seems to work better with gas, like if you have a gas stove, then maybe the flat top just for the heat. But if you get the ones with the grill thing, then if you don't have a barbecue, it gives you the nice grill marks on there as well. So it's kind of good. It gives you the grill flavor on there. Bleach water. I've never heard of bleach water for lettuce. Maybe Nadia, maybe you could ask your mom, or maybe if you've ever, because you're from Italy, maybe you had bleach water too. I don't know. That sounds kind of gross. You'd have to really you'd have to dilute it a lot, I guess. Hopefully, I know for bleach is good for kitchen rags. We bleach our kitchen rags before we wash them, or like you can bleach. I mean, when we worked in the kitchen at the hotel, they used to do the teacups. They used to always put through soak in bleach, like the coffee mugs and the teacups to get the stains out in the bleach. Yeah, see, everybody's heard of this bleach rinse, and it's like I've never heard of that ever. I don't know. Someone maybe try it and let me know how it goes. It sounds kind of gross. But yeah, everybody's bleaching their house. That's right. Yeah. So maybe it works on vegetables. I don't know. Sounds kind of weird. I can't find where I put. There it is. My oven mitt. These are almost ready. So we'll mix those up. Let them bake. Turn that up a little bit. So it cooks, so we don't starve here because it's coming up to 6 o'clock, and I don't want to keep everybody waiting too long as we eat here. Karen, my grandma washed Shakely Basic Age. It was a soup, but edible. I don't even know. Yeah, this is weird. We're hitting all these weird things. So here, okay, since we're talking about weird stuff that people cooked, what is like? I remember growing up, like your parents would always cook something that was like they used to do it all because it was easy, right? And they're feeding like kids, and they used to always cook something that was like the worst thing. They loved it, and it was like the worst thing that you come home and you'd be like, "What's for dinner?" And then they would have this. So I'll start. My mom, hopefully she's not watching, but I'm not a big I mean, I don't mind pork, but I'm not like, I like the good like bacon or something like that. But what she used to always do was she would buy pork chops and then put them in mushroom soup, like a canned mushroom soup. So pork chops, canned mushroom soups, casserole dish in the oven, and it would cook. It's always a casserole, right, Miranda? And it was like, this is so bad. And it would cook, and she'd cook it for so long, and it would they would come out like these pork chops, and they're fatty, and they're just not good, cooked in this mushroom soup casserole thing. with we'd have it with like cream corn out of a can. And she's gonna kill me when she talks to me next time because I grew up on this stuff. But I guess we remember it, right? Cream corn, and then for potatoes, it would be like the Idaho those box Idaho like those box potatoes done in one of those ceramic pots that every mom had, and it was like the box, and you add the water, and then you just throw it in the oven. So it was like literally like kids here, that's all you get. And then my dad would come home, and we'd have pork chops with mushroom soup and cream corn and this box potato stuff, and it was just not it was not good. And so that's what we always had. Or we'd have tinned ham as well, like heated up, like the tin, the tin where you have to like open it up with a key and it goes around, you put it over, and we'd have like ham with hot mustard. So Scottish. And that would have that with the same potatoes. We'd always have those potatoes. That would be what we'd have. Yeah, not good. So Dave likes pork chops and mushroom soup. Ugh, Dave. I don't know. Rob used to do it too. Tuna casserole. I've never had tuna casserole though. I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even want to imagine tuna casserole. Tuna melts are good, but not tuna casserole. So my mom. So Travel Girl 2. My mom's salad: iceberg, onion, tomato, and cheese slices with Catalina dressing. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and cheese slices were probably like those Kraft, like the peel slices. I'm hopefully right. And then the tomatoes would be just tomato chopped up, but then the Catalina dressing, I would assume out of a bottle. Is that like the red one? I think, isn't that the one, like creamy red, kind of like Thousand Island? Oof. And green Tupperware. Yeah, it was always the salad was always in the Tupperware. Oh, I've offended everybody with the with the pork chops and mushroom soup. I should make one day. That's what I'll do. I haven't had that in so long. I'd make the mushroom soup though. I don't think I'd want to have a can of soup. Too much salt in the cans of soup. War bride. Yeah, it's the parents. It's living through it's the war, right? That's what made them kind of make stuff. Oh, Christine's here. Hey, Christine. Beans and weenies for Stephanie. Yeah, not good either. Grated Spam sandwiches with Velveeta cheese melted on top. Eesh. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Oh, Stella. I hate when my mom and dad buy the hot dogs that I hate, but they think there's no difference, but they're gross. Yeah, I would say there's different hot dogs. Hot dogs aren't good for you though. You shouldn't have hot dogs all the time. Maybe as a treat, but not all the time. Not good for you. Your mom's gonna kill you. All right. So chicken is done. We're gonna let it sit for a minute. So chicken is done. You can probably see it there. Let that sit. Potatoes, not quite there. I didn't time this perfectly, but whatever. It's okay. Once the chicken sits for a bit, we'll be able to cut. You don't want to cut the chicken right away because it's got to rest. All meats, it's got to rest for a little bit to let it sit, let the juice. If you're going to cut the chicken and you cut it when it's something kind of like any meat coming off a grill or off the oven right away, if you don't let it sit for everything to kind of all the juice to soak back into it, you're going to cut it and it's all going to come out and then it's going to be dry. So it's better to let it sit. It's much like with a big turkey, right? You let the turkey sit for a while to kind of bring the temperature in, brings all the juices back in, and then you can cut it up if you want to cut it. And then I'm not gonna have any sauce, but what I'm gonna do is I'll put a bit of I've got a bit of like the lemon and stuff in there. I'll just kind of put over top of it after it. It'll be fine. Dinner is ready. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Take care. Thanks for watching. Soup and chops with dressing. If everybody likes those pork chops, I just didn't like them. How long do I let it rest, Christine? A few minutes, maybe 5 minutes. It's not gonna get It's not gonna get cold, right? We're cooking. It's just on top of the stove, so it'll stay warm. It's fine to let it sit. And you'd want to do the same with like if you're grilling on the barbecue or grilling beef too, because like it's the same thing. As soon as you got to let it kind of rest, right? Steak, you're not usually going to cut before you're serving it, really, but you'll want to let it rest before you put it on the plate, because then when you cut it open on the plate, it's not going to go everywhere. Good question, though. And yeah, you're up above there. Spam is never good. I don't think I've ever had spam. I've had the tinned ham, but it's kind of the same thing, I think. Costco's closed. They had good hot dogs. I think Stella likes hot dogs. So we talked about the food that we didn't like growing up necessarily. So before we finish everything here, what's everybody's favorite? And Christine, good question. Do you cover it up? No, just leave it on top. It's just sitting on the stove there, so it's fine. The stove's kind of warm. It's going to keep it warm enough to for when we eat. Potatoes are still going to take a little bit. Not long. Let's see. They're actually almost there. They're still a bit hard. Let's see if I can show you. Cut them in half, but like you can see, they're still a little bit hard. No, they're like almost enough. Almost. Almost done. Everybody's gonna start dinner now, Jamie. That's great. And Stella only likes Costco hot dogs. Isn't it like the dollar hot dogs you can get there? It's like their lost leader to get you in the door. You go in for a hot dog, and then you go in, you get a hot dog, and then you end up spending like $200, $300 on giant packages of pasta and vinegar and stuff that you'll use. It takes you like 2 years to use. But yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, it was pretty good. They also have pizza there, which was decent, right? It's a lost leader to get you in the door. It's like IKEA and their dollar breakfast. You get scrambled eggs and some toast to get you in the door. And of course, Costco always has their restaurants right at the front door. But if they probably figured this all out. But like it's like IKEA, you have to walk through the entire store just to get your dollar breakfast. So you end up always buying something like candles or something, right? Just to get your dollar breakfast. Miranda's favorite. Let's see. Oh, good lasagna. My mom made good lasagna too, actually. She would make lasagna from scratch, and it was really good. She'd make the meat sauce, and then she did the same. Like it was like standard lasagna, right? Spinach, cottage cheese, the meat sauce layers, and also she would put like the mozzarella on top. It was really good, actually. Yeah. Homemade lasagna is good. You should make that one day. It's easy too. Like I don't know why I don't make it more often, because it is pretty easy. Once you just have to cook the pasta. That's the most kind of make the sauce. But once that's done, you can kind of do it, and then you can have it. You can just do it the day. Like you could make it in the morning, put it in the fridge, and then for dinner time, just fire it in the oven. Pretty easy. Lasagna, I think, is if Nadia's still watching, she makes a pretty good lasagna, I've heard. And then she sent me a picture today, and she made a pasta sauce, meat sauce today, which was good. So make sure everybody keeps sending me the pictures. I like that. Just pizza from Godfather's. Oh yeah, Christine, there used to be so we used to go down when we lived in, like, as kids, we used to go down to Bellingham, like as everybody did. It went down to Bellingham shopping, down to the mall. And there was a Godfather's pizza there that had this is probably the same thing, maybe, Christine. They had like all you can eat, the lunch, like the pizza buffet, and then we'd have Godfather's pizza. Yeah, I remember that. Roast beef and apple pie for Susan. Yeah, my mom made good roast beef too. Yeah, we'd have roast beef usually on Sundays, and she would make a roast beef like the usual, right? She'd make roast beef with mashed potatoes, and then we'd have it with like I don't know whatever vegetable. Usually would be like carrots or something like that, chopped up carrots, or what else would she use? Corn. We had corn a lot, so we'd have like canned corn, but it wouldn't be the roast beef would never be with cream corn for some reason. It would always be like the niblets. So we'd have like corn niblets with roast beef and always mashed potatoes. And then it was always my dad always made the gravy, and then my dad always would be the one that would carve the roast beef and even like at Christmas we'd have turkey. It was like always my dad would be the one that was carving until I started working at hotel, like in the kitchen at hotels, and then I was always like relegated to bring my knives over and do all the carving at Christmas. But growing up as kids, my dad would always carve the roast beef. Although my mom she better not be watching this. My mom being Scottish, it would be the most well done roast beef on the planet. And it was always well done. So, but it was still good. And apple pie would be good. If my aunt is watching, our aunt, Jason's aunt, Lois, she makes a good apple crumble. Really good. The problem is I had been given an apple crumble from her, and we kind of broke the dish that she made the apple crumble in before we were able to give it back. So every time I go over and ask for apple crumble, she's like, "Sorry, you can't make it. You broke the dish." But pork tacos. Pork tacos would be good. Now, Stephanie, do you make them do you make the pork like pulled pork in your cooker? I bet you do. Yeah, you're traveled. Yeah, you're right, Stephanie. Americans make it. We make it with cottage cheese here too, though. It's like it must be a North American thing, because I've always done it with like cottage cheese. I don't usually get the ricotta here. You can get it here, but it's just maybe cottage cheese is more common, so that's what everybody uses. Nadia might know for Italy, what they would always use ricotta. You'd probably get like laughed at if you said you used cottage cheese. Oh, Miranda, no, cottage cheese is good. I like cottage cheese just with cottage cheese. I don't know when I eat it, if I eat it, but it's good with cottage cheese, and I like it with canned pears. Anyways, this has to almost be ready. Sitting here yapping. Yes. It literally needs like 4 minutes and it will be perfect. Carving. Oh, Dean says blackberry rhubarb crumble. Can I make that one day? I'm not a baker. Sorry, Dean and Christine. I'm not a dessert maker, but that sounds blackberry rhubarb crumble sounds really good. But I'm not really a baker. I don't really have the stuff to do it, but I like eating it. Father passes carving duty to son. It's true. Yeah, I guess maybe that's it. Yeah, carving the turkey at Christmas. All right, we'll get it ready. We'll put it on a plate, and then we'll let everybody get going to their dinner. Hopefully, this was enjoyable, and kind of got to see how we make another easy dinner. Plate it up on the plate, show you how simple it is, and then hopefully maybe you can make it one night for your dinner. Like I said, simple, 2 pots. So like there's nothing in the kitchen to clean up. We can go eat. We can plate it up. We can go sit. We won't sit at the table. We'll sit at the couch, put headphones on or something, and watch Netflix. Right? Watch whatever show is on. So plates. So while we're just waiting 2 minutes, thanks everybody for joining me again. I do really appreciate it. It's kind of fun to kind of breaks the monotony, a little bit monotony of the day on the weekend. It's kind of fun to get cooking again. This one's again pretty simple, but hopefully you learned something. If you do have any questions, all my info is on this YouTube channel, so you can always shoot me an email, or I think everybody on here has more friends on Facebook, so that's great. Shoot me a message on Facebook. Maybe there's something that you want to see me cook, like maybe want me to try to cook, and if I have it here, I'll cook it. I got some salmon in the freezer. Maybe we'll cook that. And what I'll do is, again, like in the video description, I'm gonna post it ahead of time so you'll know basically what I'm gonna cook for the night. So if you have it, you can maybe kind of do it at the same time. Or maybe another idea is I'll do like a poll. Hey, you want me to cook this tonight, or that tonight? And we'll do a poll, see what everybody wants to, what they want me to make. Stir fry I could do. Yeah, that's pretty easy. We could do that in the pot. I can do that. We'll do that one. That's easy to do in the pot. I've got kind of a system to do the rice and the stir fry with that one. We'll do that. So before we plate on everything, everybody, it would be great if in the video you're watching, you could go and just hit the, this is where you have to work now. Hit the thumbs up part in the button. So I want to see the thumbs kind of going back, bing, 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 bing. That helps my channel, helps people see it. There we go. It's going up. So some people did it. They figured it out. 4 thumbs. That would be great. I appreciate all your comments as we go here. That was always kind of fun to do things as we're cooking here. Jason's getting hungry. He keeps looking at me because he wants to eat. So thanks for the likes. And also too, it would be great if, there's Jason, he's getting ready. It would be great. What would be appreciated is, obviously I think everybody here is probably subscribed to my channel. And I appreciate it very much. It's kind of fun to be able to kind of share all this with you when we're sitting around at home. So I hope you like it. I'm going to do some more videos kind of during the week, hopefully record them and then post them. So if everybody could subscribe, if you're not already, that would be appreciated. I think you all are. I've begged enough, but I would really appreciate it if everybody, like tonight, use the link and share it to maybe one of your friends and to say, hey, join me and Scott tomorrow when we cook dinner, and ask them if you could try and get them to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. It's nice to see everybody kind of come in and build a bit of a community here when we're stuck at home and not having everybody here having fun with us, but we're hopefully having fun at home. Influencer. So I appreciate that. So that's it. We'll plate everything up. I'll show you what we've cooked, and then everybody can go eat their own dinners. All right. Thanks so much. So potatoes and carrots, those look pretty good. So we'll get rid of that. Well, although we are going to cut the chicken, so I guess I should keep that. Here's the tip. Put a damp rag down under your cutting board, because what happens is it won't slip in your carving. There's a tip. So plates, let's see if we'll do this where you can see it, hopefully. So we'll do potatoes. Whoops. Potato, some carrots for everybody. So leftovers. Then we've got the chicken. with one leftover. And I mean, if you want, you could just put the chicken on the plate, right? And you're good, right? So not bad. Hopefully that looks pretty good. But I think if you have people over and you want to get more fancy, that's when you could cut it, right? So, and then you can just put it on the plate so it looks fancy. And then with the bit of the like just all the drippings from the leftover, there's some of the like lemon on top there. So hopefully that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go eat now. Thanks everybody for joining us. This one went pretty long, an hour. Hopefully it's obviously the potatoes took longer than I thought, but thanks for joining me. Have a great night. Stay safe. Hope you liked the video. And
Wash
if you
your hands.
had any questions, Jason yells over, don't forget, wash your hands before you eat, before you make, and whenever you touch anything, just go wash your hands. All right, have a good night, everybody. Bye.